Next is the International Service for Human Rights.
Thank you, Mr. President. ISHR remains concerned about the use of arbitrary detention to silence and intimidate human rights defenders. We strongly agree with the working group that this population is a particular threat, singled out in many cases for detention precisely to stymie their rights defense work. Mr. Chair, last week on 6 September, 4 United Nations human rights experts, Mr. Alston, Mr. Forst, Mr. Kay, and yourself, called on the government of China to immediately release the Chinese lawyer and human rights defender Jiang Tianyong, held by Chinese authorities since 21 November 2016. Jiang was finally tried on 22 August on charges of, quote, inciting subversion of the state, and was still awaiting his sentence. The concerns relevant to Mr. Jiang's case, of course, entail issues additional to the circumstances of his detention, which lead us to believe that it may be politically motivated. His alleged crime was based on his activities to promote human rights, including communication with foreign entities, which clearly runs counter to the UN Declaration on Human Rights Defenders. The trial can be reasonably called neither fair nor impartial. By illustration, Mr. Jiang was shown in a televised confession on state media in March 2017. Mr. Jiang's physical and psychological health are a subject of great concern, given the real risks of abuse in places of detention, as well as in residential surveillance in a designated location. Jiang's case raises real questions about what the Chinese government truly means when it states unashamedly in Beijing and in this room that it is committed to upholding the rule of law. However, his case is not the only cause for concern. We could highlight Nobel laureate Liu Xiaobo, subject of Working Group's Opinion 15/2011. We could highlight his wife, poet, artist, and subject of Opinion 16/2011, Liu Xia. We could highlight Uyghur scholar Ilham Tohti, the subject of Opinion 3/2014. 23 September marks the 3rd anniversary of his sentencing to life in prison for, quote, separatism, unquote. We urge China to cooperate in good faith with the working group and other mandate holders and to take steps to prevent, not instrumentalize, arbitrary detention. Thank you.